And I'm Eden. Today, we are diving deep into some of the most fascinating ideas from neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman.
And full disclosure, we're not neuroscientists. We're just obsessed with his work and how it applies to being a better human. So, where do we even start? I think his own story is kind of the perfect entry point.
Right? It's wild. You hear Stanford neuroscientist and you picture this straight A student, perfect academic track.
Totally. He talks about being a troubled kid, deep in the skateboarding and punk rock scene. It wasn't a straight line at all.
And he frames it as his own life is maybe the best example of what he teaches, this idea that your brain isn't fixed.
It's the ultimate case study in neuroplasticity before he even knew what to call it. It's just proof that where you start isn't where you have to end up.
Which is the perfect segue into that big, juicy topic, neuroplasticity.
The big one. So in the simplest terms, it's this idea that our brains can change. They can literally rewire themselves based on our experiences, even in adulthood.
Right, but here's the key that Huberman emphasizes over and over. That change doesn't just happen. It's triggered by something very specific.
Intense focus.
And this is the part that clicked for me. He describes what that feels like when you first sit down to do something really hard, something you're maybe dreading.
Oh yeah, that agitation, that feeling of resistance, like your whole body wants to just get up and do something else.
Exactly. And he says that's not a sign to stop. That's the start of the process. That's your brain releasing chemicals like adrenaline and norepinephrine. It's a state of high alert.
It's supposed to feel that way.
It's supposed to feel stressful. He calls it the gate to plasticity. If you can stay with that agitated, focused feeling, that's when the brain decides to make a change.
Okay, that is so powerful. We're going to talk about dopamine and how to actually make yourself want to walk through that gate in just a second. All right, so we've leaned into the discomfort, we're focused, but that's hard to maintain. That's where the reward system comes in, right? Dopamine.
Yeah, and he totally reframes dopamine. We usually think of it as this thing you get at the end. You finish the marathon, you get the dopamine hit. You eat the cake, dopamine. Kind of. But what's more important is that dopamine is about the pursuit. It's a molecule of motivation. And the crucial part is, we can control when we get it.
How?
By rewarding the effort, not just the outcome. So let's say you're writing a book. You don't wait until the book is finished to feel good. You sit down, you struggle, you write one page, and then you consciously tell yourself, good job, I did the hard thing today.
So you're attaching the dopamine reward to the process of trying, not the result.
Exactly. You're telling your brain that this struggle is the right path. That internal praise is the dopamine spike that makes you want to do it again tomorrow.
Wow, okay, so you push through the initial agitation and you reward the effort along the way. It all seems to build to this final, really simple but profound idea.
Mood follows action.
Yes, we have it so backward, don't we? We think, I'll go to the gym when I feel motivated, or I'll start that project when I feel inspired. And Huberman's work shows that's just not how our neurochemistry works. The feeling comes after the action. You have to be the one to start the chain reaction.
Just do the first few minutes of the thing you don't want to do. Just put on your running shoes and walk out the door. Just open the laptop. The action itself is what generates the motivation.
It's like you don't steer a parked car. You have to get it rolling first, even just a little bit, and then you can direct it. Absolutely. That's all the time we have for this episode of Synapse. We hope this gave you some new ways to think about your own brain. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay curious.